Hi guys, Lee here. This is my little dog Rusty, and I said I would continue with the story about what happened with me and my wife when we lived in the haunted house. And we bought this house in 2001, and no one's ever died in there or anything. And I'll walk you through the events slowly as I can best remember them. Let's see. Now, right when we moved in, we smelled stale cigarette smoke. Now, this is a brand new house. I mean brand new. No one's ever lived in there. It was bought 2001, like I said. And it was the most stale cigarette smoke that you could imagine. No one's ever smoked in the house. So that was the first creepy event. Then, like maybe a year later, then the events really started to pick up. We had rotten, guys, this smell was the most horrible smell that you could imagine. It smelled like rotten diarrhea, like sour diarrhea type smell. It was so bad, and it would move. It moved from, started out at the kitchen. No, it started out at the living room by the couch. My wife smelled it first, and she called me. And oh my, wow, this was bad. And then it moved to the kitchen table, and then it moved over by the kitchen sink, and you could walk around and smell when it would, where it moved, and then it vanished, just as fast as it came, it gone. That was really, really weird. We were looking on the table, we were looking everywhere to try to find some natural explanation. Where's this smell coming from? And that happened several more times after that. The other time, in the bedroom, and both me and my wife witnessed this. We were laying on the bed, separate events. I was by myself laying in bed, reading a book or something. And the end of the bed compressed, like somebody sat on it. And I actually seen the bed go down. And I waved my foot over the area, and it uncompressed and got up. And my wife said she experienced the same thing. The other little dog, Snow, he was there too, but he never did what Snow did. She would sit in the kitchen and stare down the hallway in the dark at nighttime and growl, and all of her hair would puff up on her back. That was really weird. That was freaking both me and my wife out. We'd watch her, and she'd just, so I went check out the bathroom and the hallway. There was nothing there, but she saw something and was reacting to something there. Another time, I was at the kitchen sink and washing my hands, and a little flower vase about this big levitated, turned on its side, and sat back down on the table and at the counter behind the sink in front of me. That freaked me out. That's the first time I've ever seen an object in real life levitate. I don't know, have any explanation why it was haunted. No one ever did Ouija boards or tarot cards or messed with the occult. That's the word I'm trying to find out. I did try an outer body experience. I saw it on YouTube, and it looked interesting. So that's as close as the occult, I guess you could say, as I ever did. I did come out of the body for 30 seconds, and I know it was real because when I went back in my body, my heart was pounding real hard, like from excitement. And I remember raising off the bed, and I looked. I forgot. They say always turn around and look at yourself in bed. I forgot to do that. I went through the door, and I seen my wife on the computer in the living room. I just passed right through the door. And then I walked on the ceiling. I just flipped upside down, and I was actually walking on the ceiling. And I looked at the computer screen, and I couldn't make it out because it was kind of blurry. So then I pushed off the wall, and I floated all the way through the living room, all the way through the kitchen, and through the glass window. And then I was floating over the house, went to the back deck, and then up and then over the house, and I remember seeing the tree limbs pass by as I was floating, and then I went over the bedroom roof and then down, back into my body, and that's when I woke up with my heart pounding. And that's the only thing I ever did close to the occult that may have been a contributing factor to why the house was haunted. I don't know. There was no other explanation I can think of. But anyway, guys, yeah, there's one more event. My wife heard my voice, and I was out getting the chicken eggs, and she heard me say, "There she is," and I wasn't even in the house. And she turned around trying to find where that voice came from. She sees me coming up the back steps with the eggs. So that wasn't me. And for me, I was in bed. Both me and my wife were asleep, and I had my back turned to her. And I heard her whisper, "Hey," like, "Hey." And I said, "What?" And she didn't answer, and I turned around, and she's fast asleep. It wasn't her that said that. So that's all I can remember that happened to us in that house. And then it burned down. It caught a house fire. And, you know, we lost everything, and we even lost our little dog, Snow. And this one survived because he ran under the bed, and I saw where he went. So I flipped over the bed, and my wife grabbed him and ran outside. Snow ran and hid, and we never could find her in time. I don't know where she went to hide. We couldn't find her, and she burned, sadly. That was one of the most traumatic events probably that I'll ever have in my life. And I still have dreams about fire every once in a while. Like the porch caught on fire or the house caught on fire, and I'm running for the hose, and then I wake up. But anyway, guys, that's it for my ghost stories. If you like them, leave your comments in the bottom, because I like to reply to you guys. And thanks for watching. And say bye-bye. Say bye-bye to YouTube, boy. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Look at the camera. He's complaining. He thinks it's long enough. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.